Hey there guys, this is Matt with youtube.com/mrezos, and I want to teach you how to make your Windows 10 run blazingly fast. I have written like an 8-page script, and it's in the description of this video. There are a lot of steps, but if you watch the entire video, you will have a super fast Windows 10 PC. This applies to people running Windows 10 on a regular hard drive, like most business users would right now. SSDs are still kind of a little expensive for a corporation to buy a whole ton of them. This also works for anyone running on an SSD like myself. I run 3 SSDs, but still, I like to keep my CPU usage, RAM usage, and hard disk usage to a bare minimum. So that is what this tutorial will help you do. Keep in mind that this video is about making Windows 10 run blazingly fast, not about making it secure. We're only talking about, blazingly fast, or not making it super secure. Optional steps are presented at the end of the video. These optional steps work best for PCs operating in a closed network. Like a network that isn't attached to the internet, does not allow the use of flash drives. This might be, for example, like a suite of like editing machines, video editing machines that are just only doing one thing. They're just editing and that's it. So that's that example right there. So we're going to go ahead and move on to step 1. There are 11 steps. I did put the steps in the description, but it gets a little bit detailed here. It's nothing crazy. Anyone can do this. It's pretty easy. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and turn off visual effects in Windows 10. Let's just jump right into making this full screen. Windows 10 is a pretty operating system, although it uses a lot of animation and window effects such as transparency. This is just extra overhead on the CPU. Let's go ahead and turn them off. So we're going to go ahead and click Start and click Settings. And we'll go ahead and click System. I'm following my own script here just to make sure this all works for you guys. So I am a little bit slower. Hang on a second. Notifications and actions. We'll go ahead and show me tips about Windows. We don't need to see those. Show me app notifications. Those are just annoying and take up extra CPU. While we're in this, let's go ahead and go over to hang on a second. Getting lost on my own stuff here. Power and sleep. Excuse me. I did not put that in my notes. I have to fix that. Additional power settings. Show additional plans. And then click high performance. Alright. Let's go ahead and go back to personalization. Or go back to settings. I'm clicking the back button, going to settings, and then we'll go to personalization. And let's see. We'll go ahead and click colors. And we're going to make the start, taskbar, and action center transparent. Okay, and then let's go back. We'll go to ease of access. And go to other options. And we'll turn off animations. And we'll turn off the Windows background. Alright, we'll go ahead and click our back arrow. Go back to settings. Next, we're going to go ahead and turn off the Windows 10 data collection. This would be what some people are concerned about are the privacy settings in Windows 10. Windows 10 collects a lot of personal information. So we'll click privacy. We'll turn off let apps use my advertising ID. send Microsoft info about how I write, let websites provide local content, and under location we'll turn that off. The camera, microphone, that's up to you guys if you want to turn that off or on. Doesn't really impact performance that much. We'll say stop getting to know me, turn that off. And then feedback and diagnostics. We'll set this, Windows should ask for my feedback to never. Set this to basic. Click yes there. Background apps, I usually just turn everything off. There's no reason to have this stuff running in the background. And while you think this would have, you know, like it wouldn't have any kind of effect on performance, it does. Windows is logging all this data, and then you have all these guys running in the background. So yeah, it does have a little bit of an impact on performance. So yeah, have to turn that off. All right, turn off unnecessary startup items. I'm old school, so to do this, I click down here in the search and web, search the web and Windows. I type in msconfig, and I'm kind of used to Windows 7, like where you would click startup and then it would be right here, but you actually click this, open task manager, and it's right here. So this virtual machine, this Windows 10 box does have a little bit of adware loaded on it. You can see this Chromium, I don't know what this is, some kind of a weird app. We're going to say disabled. So you can see the startup impact was high. OneDrive, the startup impact is high. In some cases, low in other cases. We're just going to go ahead and disable that. And I do not need my VPN to start up automatically. I'll start that if I wanted to. So we'll say disabled. Okay. Moving on. There are a few services you can go ahead and set to disabled or start manually. It's not too many. I mean, Windows 10 does a pretty damn good job with the services, the way they're set up. Let's just go through a list of the ones I usually do. First and foremost, I'm just going to jump straight down to Windows Search. Windows Search is a pretty big pig. It's always running. I'm going to go ahead and set this guy to manual. I don't need to search that much, and I'll just actually stop it. Okay, moving back up to the top. Let's see, what do I have here? Got data collection. Let's go ahead and arrange use by name. Hang on. Yeah, data publishing service. I'm just going to go ahead and set that to disabled. Data sharing service disabled. This is just another part of the whole Windows data collection thing. Diagnostic tracking service, we'll go ahead and stop that, and we'll set that to disabled. Again, it's just more logging that we don't need. And then DM WAP push service, we'll go ahead and set that to disabled. Alright. Alright, moving on. This is going quicker than I thought, sorta. Malware. Malware is terrible. It slows your system down or it stops it completely. It collects private data, redirects your web searches to undesirable websites, or inundates you with non-stop advertising. Here's how you can easily find and remove almost all of it. We're going to use 3 programs: Malwarebytes, ADW Cleaner, and Junkware Removal Tool. So I'm just going to go ahead and open up my browser, which is Edge in this case. Go ahead and type malwarebytes.org. And I will say download. This is a program I actually subscribe to every year. It is a great program. You should do it. It's cheap. It's like $30 a year. And it's really effective. All right, download free version. Comes down really quick. It's small. Uncheck this enable free trial thing unless you actually want it. I would probably suggest it if you have a machine that's really infected or you think it is. We're going to go ahead and launch Malwarebytes anti-malware. It's going to go ahead and try to check for updates. After it checks, I do a manual check just to make sure it actually worked. That normally never takes this long, so this is kind of odd. Okay, it's updating the database. Just one more quick check. And we're good. Everything's green. So now what you want to do is click Scan, Custom Scan, Configure Scan, select Rootkits, select C, and hit Scan now. This can take anywhere from, just a few minutes to a few hours. So I'm going to go ahead and just pause this. I'll be right back. All right, as you can see right here, we have a total of 6 threats detected. Everything's selected. We'll just go ahead and say remove selected. Like I said, remove selected. Okay, there we go. Finish. And it asks me if I want to restart. I do not want to restart right now. I will in a few minutes. And we'll say finish. And go ahead and close Malwarebytes. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do a search for ADW Cleaner. This is going to go ahead and clean off a lot of adware on the computer. Adware is really prevalent right now. It's not usually flagged by your antivirus. So it can be quite annoying and really slow down your system a whole lot. Worse than a virus, an official virus, something really bad. Go ahead and say yes. We'll say I agree. And we will do a scan with ADW Cleaner. So the scan with ADW Cleaner is pretty quick. Usually just takes a few minutes, seconds, something like that. So you can see the search bar up here. This is not normal. This was something that was loaded when I tried to install a Flash player. I think this is Web Discover Browser. Never heard of it. Services, nothing there. Folders, you can see a few things have been detected. Nothing on files, DLL, shortcuts, registry, yeah. So we'll go ahead and say OK. under, we'll go ahead and click cleaning and then hit OK. And then go ahead and hit OK again. That says it's going to go ahead and reboot. So you need to go ahead and click OK. And this thing will go down for a reboot. And while that's happening, I'll pause it. Alright, we rebooted. And we still have a little weirdness going on, this little search bar thing. Next step, we want to go ahead and run something called Junkware removal tool. So let's go ahead and do a search for that. Junkware removal tool. It's going to take you to bleepingcomputer.com. And we'll download now. And I just noticed I need to add an extra step to this list, and that's uninstalling programs that you're not using. I forgot to add that, but we'll do that towards the end. Alright, so I just click Run Now on this guy. It says press any key to continue. And press any key to continue after it creates a restore point. Alright, that little menu thing just went away. So that's good. So Junkware removal tool doing its job there. Alright, it came up with a log. It says successfully deleted. Tune-up utilities, shortcut, free YouTube downloader folder, more tune-up utilities, that's weird. Okay. So I didn't see that whole web discovery thing go away. But anyway, that seemed to have worked on some of that stuff. But yeah, I don't see the whole tune-up utilities thing out there anymore. Alright, but anyway, let's move on here. If you have a regular hard drive, a regular HDD, you can defragment it. And this is how you go ahead and do it. Click down here, type in defrag, and you see defragment and optimize drives. So I'll go ahead and click that. And for me, optimization is not available because I'm running on a solid state drive. You do not need to defragment solid state drives, so that's good. But a lot of Windows 10 PCs sold right now, they ship with regular hard drives. The majority, 90% at least, maybe more, they ship with regular hard drives. So yeah, so go ahead and defragment whenever you need to. This is set to defragment weekly if I had a regular hard drive, which I don't. Alright, let's see, Windows 10 is very sound heavy. This is not something I normally disable, but I think I might in future. It's actually kind of driving me crazy at work and at home. So let's go ahead and click the Start button, Settings. And we'll go ahead and click, let's see, where is it? I don't know why I'm not seeing it. Hang on a second. Click personalization. Where the hell is that? Personalization, themes, and then advanced sound settings. We're going to go ahead and say no sounds. Click apply. Click OK. Alright, so yeah, we turned off some sounds. The sounds, every time you do something that requires the computer to play sound, it has to access that from the hard drive. It has to store it in memory. It has to use CPU to process the sound. It gets annoying after a while, hearing the same sound, all that stuff. Next thing, do your Windows updates. Windows updates are not only great for security, They're probably the most important thing you can do for your PC. They're great for security, and Windows does offer speed improvements when you do your updates. On some updates. Not all, but some. Right here, this is a big update. Upgrade to Windows 10 Pro, new version. You can go ahead and click details to take a look at what it does. I have heard that some of the Windows updates, like this one, this is a big one, it re-enables the data collection. So you may need to go back and turn off your data collection again. That's sneaky Microsoft. Last but not least, run Windows, run your operating system off an SSD. I'll be making some videos in the coming weeks on how to move to an SSD. It's going to require a lot, and it won't be one of my typical videos. I'll probably be in my friend's studio. An SSD is literally thousands of times faster than a regular hard drive. It is the single most important upgrade you can ever do to your computer if you have a regular hard drive. There's nothing else to say. Well, wait, there is. Not only are they fast, they have a really low point of failure. They don't spin. There's no moving parts. That's awesome. So, yeah. And they're cheap now, too. I mean, they're getting way cheap. So go to an SSD. Okay, step that's not included in the printed guide right now is remove programs that you do not need. Let's go ahead and just do a search down here for programs and features. I know I don't need this. And a lot of people say, well, I don't know what to uninstall. Well, that's where you usually have to hire some help or get some friendly advice from somebody who knows what they're uninstalling. I know I don't need that. While these things may never run, I don't know. They may run someday. I don't want them running now or later, so I'll just go ahead and uninstall them. So you get an idea. You get the idea right there. All right, optional steps. Very controversial. You do not have to do these. However, the first one probably offers one of the biggest speed improvements, and that is disabling your antivirus, disabling your anti-malware. A lot of people who run for sheer performance don't have this enabled. Antivirus, anti-malware, it's a big performance hit, and it gives you good security if it's a good antivirus. So in this example, I'm going to go ahead and type in Windows Defender. This is my antivirus in this video right now. You can see everything's being great. My PC is being monitored and protected. But what if I just want sheer performance? I'll go ahead and click Settings. I'll turn off real-time protection, cloud-based protection, sample submission, turn those off. It is going to give you a really big boost. I'm sorry to say that, but yeah. The next thing, System Restore. System Restore can really save you, but if you want to run as fast as possible, it does have a bit of a performance hit. So down here, let's go ahead and type in recovery. We'll say configure system restore. And mine is already set to off. I think I might have done that in the earlier virtual machine here. Normally this is set to on. You can click this and click configure. And normally what you would do is you would say disable system protection, and you would say OK. And it'll give you some kind of warning. And yeah, normally you would not do that, but System Restore does take up resources. It does. So that's pretty much it. That's what I've come up with so far. There may be updates to this video. If you've got comments, if you've got things that you do to your Windows 10 installation to make it blazingly fast, let me know. I would like to go ahead and thank my 6 Patreon subscribers. These are people who donate to me every month because I make videos down here and spend my time doing it for everyone for free. I'd like to go ahead and thank Chris King. He donated the other night when I was having a really bad night, and I thanked him because that kind of cheered me up. Micah, Diego M. Orde, Buxer, Lossy, and Stan87. Thank you very much. $1 a month at the bare minimum if you can. Cancel, anytime, all that stuff. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope that you guys found this useful. And I will talk to you guys later.